Welcome back to the MMA Explorers. Today, let's get started with Ben Askren shares emotional update after double lung transplant. Former UFC star Ben Askren has shared an emotional health update from his hospital bed after undergoing a double lung transplant. Askren, who has been hospitalized for over a month, posted a heartfelt video on Instagram Wednesday, letting fans know that he's finally starting to feel better following the life-saving procedure. Fighting back tears, Askren expressed deep gratitude for the outpouring of support he's received. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like on this video to support the channel. Let's aim for 10 likes.
What's up, guys? Have not given you an update in a while. Figured you deserve one. Whenever this is all the way over, I actually just read through my wife's journal because I don't remember anything from May 28th to July 2. No recollection, zero idea, no idea what happened. We'll kind of go through it all, and I just read through my wife's journal. It's like a movie. It's ridiculous. So I only died 4 times, right? Where the ticker stopped for about 20 seconds. That's not ideal. I don't know if you guys know that. But I got the double lung transplant. I made it out to the other side of it, gaining quite a bit of strength. We're going to use everything again. I was actually on a scale yesterday, 147 pounds. I've been on 47 pounds since 15 years old. So I lost like 50 pounds. In a 45-day period. So man, that was a battle. Luckily, I don't remember most of it. And the thing that was most impactful to me was all the love I felt from everybody. And it was almost like I got to have my own funeral. Right? I still remember 30 years ago when Dave Schultz died, and you listen to all these older people, recollect how much they enjoyed him, how much they loved him. And, obviously, he never had to hear that. I'm sure some people told him. But, so man, the outpouring of love from the wrestling community was just amazing. It felt so good. And so, I'm more motivated than ever to keep give back and do what I can and help out the best I can help out. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. It's been tough, not only on me but my whole family and my close community. So I appreciate everything. Hope you guys appreciate the update. And like I said, sometime down the road, maybe Amy and I can detail everything a little more.
Max Holloway eyes rematch with Ilia Topuria at lightweight. Max Holloway has his sights set on Ilia Topuria once again, this time in the lightweight division. In a recent interview with MMA Junkie, the BMF champ shared that he was thrilled when he heard Topuria would be moving up to 155 and getting an immediate title shot. I was over the moon. A lot of people thought I'd be like, oh my god, what the hell, why is he coming to 155? I was over the moon when he announced he's coming to 155. I know old boy likes walking around with a BMF title, but if he wants an authentic one, he needs to find me. Who's to say that I'm not fighting for the title at the end of the year or early next year? Would you want to see Topuria versus Holloway 2 at lightweight? Let us know in the comments. Charles Oliveira reflects on KO loss to Ilia Topuria, eyes return against Max Holloway. Charles Oliveira has broken his silence following his brutal knockout loss to Ilia Topuria at UFC 317. In an interview with Brazilian outlet AG Fight, Do Bronx opened up about the devastating defeat, revealing that he regained consciousness with no memory of the actual knockout. I didn't even remember getting knocked out, Oliveira admitted. Topuria is without a doubt the hardest hitter I've ever faced. The former lightweight champion was critical of his own performance, saying he didn't follow the game plan at all. If I could go back, I would change everything. I didn't do anything I trained for. Despite the setback, Oliveira isn't planning on going anywhere. He's targeting a return later this year, November or December, and named Max Holloway as a potential opponent. That would be a great fight for the fans. Would you want to see Oliveira versus Holloway next? Let us know in the comments. Daniel Cormier says he'd cheer for Jon Jones. Daniel Cormier and Jon Jones may have one of the fiercest rivalries in UFC history, but even DC has his limits when it comes to national pride. Speaking on a new episode of ESPN's Good Guy, Bad Guy, Cormier revealed that if Jones were to face interim heavyweight champion Tom Aspinall at the rumored UFC event at the White House, he'd actually be rooting for Bones.
I just like, I like the idea of two American dudes walking at the end, or in a bad American that's gonna win. And if we need, hey chill, it pains me to say, if we gotta send one bad American out there to get the job done, he lives in Albuquerque, New Mexico, chill. At this point, if we're sending one bad American dude, like, hey guys, we need one American dude to go represent the country and get a dub. Hey, call Jon Jones.
Hey, you bring in Sergey Pavlich. Sergey Pavlich versus Jon Jones. Jon Jones is going to be the savior. Yes. Oh my goodness.
Hell.
I've never wanted to cheer for Jon Jones
Oh
more.
my God, I would cheer so
You have
hard for
blown my
him.
mind, Daniel Cormier.
Hell, I would cheer so hard for him on the White House if we need. Take this. I know you guys always say I'm hard on Jones. If we got to send one American fighter out to the White House to get a dub, man, send Jon Jones out there. I'll call him to ask him. I'll call you started to get the
Is Siri calling him?
Leon Edwards says Jon Jones will beat Tom Aspinall. As speculation continues over whether Jon Jones will ever face Tom Aspinall, some of MMA's biggest voices are weighing in on how a clash between the two would play out, especially if both were in their prime. Leon Edwards recently shared his take during a conversation with Carl Froch. Prime? I got Jon Jones for sure, 100%. I rate Jon Jones highly. I believe he's the best to ever do it. While acknowledging Aspinall's current momentum, the reigning welterweight champion believes Jones's legacy and dominance speak for themselves. Meanwhile, Matt Brown voiced a more critical perspective on the will they or won't they saga surrounding Jones and Aspinall. Speaking on the Fighter vs. the Writer podcast, Brown admitted, "I'm as big a Jon Jones fan as anybody, but this looks like ducking." Though Brown emphasized that he believes Jones isn't afraid of Aspinall, he acknowledged the optics don't look great, especially with the rumored White House UFC event becoming a focal point. Maybe the White House sparked his interest, but I'll tell you, this looks bad in my opinion. Despite the criticisms, former light heavyweight champ Rashad Evans remains firm in his stance that Jones is the greatest of all time. In a recent interview with Red Corner MMA, Evans said, "He's got to be number one if you're honestly looking at it. He always went in there focused and was one hell of a competitor." Former UFC fighter Tim Kennedy admits of lying. In a stunning and emotional admission, former UFC fighter and U.S. Army Green Beret Tim Kennedy has publicly apologized for misrepresenting his military service, specifically regarding claims that he had been awarded the Bronze Star with Valor. Kennedy, who has long been vocal about his military background, released a lengthy statement on social media where he took full responsibility. "I want to take full and unequivocal responsibility for a serious mistake. Over the years, I made public statements and gave interviews in which I unintentionally misstated aspects of my military service. Most notably, I implied, directly or indirectly, that I had been awarded the Bronze Star with Valor. That is not true, and there is no excuse for it. I never received that honor, and I deeply regret ever suggesting otherwise. That kind of recognition is sacred. It represents extraordinary courage under fire, acts that risk or cost lives. To those who truly earned it, and to their families and brothers in arms, I offer my sincere and direct apology. What I said disrespected your service, and I take full ownership of that. I was young when I stepped into the public eye, and while I wasn't prepared for the scrutiny or pressure that came with it, that doesn't absolve me. I should have known better. Integrity is not situational, and I failed to uphold the standards I claim to represent. To the military and veteran community, especially those who've served in combat or lost people they love, I'm deeply sorry. I know I've let many of you down. You had every right to expect more from me, and I didn't live up to that. This apology is not the end. It's the beginning. I'm committed to rebuilding trust through honest reflection, visible accountability, and ongoing service to the community I misrepresented myself to. I will no longer speak about my service in a way that elevates me beyond what I actually did. From now on, my words will be guided by truth, humility, and respect. I understand that words alone don't heal disappointment or restore trust. Only time and action will. To those of you who have held me accountable, I will do my best to honor that accountability from this point forward." Francis Ngannou teases fight news. It looks like former UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou has something brewing. Ngannou took to Instagram today and posted a cryptic message that has fans buzzing, getting ready for what's to come. Joshua Van explains to Ariel Helwani why he still lives with his mom. Despite fresh off his thrilling victory over Brandon Royval at UFC 317, rising star Joshua Van joined Ariel Helwani on the MMA Hour and gave fans a wholesome look into his personal life. When asked why he still lives with his mom, even as he climbs the UFC ranks and is likely next in line to fight Alexandre Pantoja for the flyweight title, Van kept it real.
Do you live with your mom?
I have to. It's gonna be me and my mom.
I love that. So is that your choice? Is there a reason why you want to live with her, be so close to her?
Yeah, you know what I mean? My dad passed away in 2017, so I'm the only man in the house, so you know what I mean? I gotta take care of my mom.
What does she think of all this success that you're having?
She's very happy, you know what I mean? Like I said, she supported me see my first fight, you know what I mean? So without her, I would have never been here. So she just very, very happy, man. You know what I mean?
Derrick Lewis eyes Tom Aspinall fight. Ahead of his UFC Nashville bout against undefeated 25-year-old Taliesin Teixeira, Derrick Lewis opened up about his interest in fighting Tom Aspinall and how he sees that matchup playing out. In an interview with MMA Junkie, Lewis, before we continue, help us reach our goal of 100 subscribers here on MMA Explorers. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our daily MMA content. I stand up right there with him. That'd be good to fight him before everything is said and done with. I have a couple fights left on my contract, and I would love to finish out my contract. That would be great if I can. It'd be good. Let him know I need to fight Tom Aspinall for the belt. I haven't really fought for the belt. They tried to give me a title fight when it was Stipe Miocic, and I wasn't expecting the title fight because I had a knee injury, and I ended up fighting DC's big ass on short notice. Then they tried to give me an interim title fight with Gan. I haven't really fought for the title with a proper build-up for a title fight, and that time to train and everything like that mentally. I believe Aspenol is a good matchup. Knocking him out is all I could do. What do you think I'm going to do? Tap him out with a submission or something? I'm just looking to knock guys out. Every punch I'm throwing, I'm looking to knock their head off. I'm not trying to waste anything. Would you like to see Lewis versus Aspinall before Derrick retires? Let us know in the comments. Let's wrap it up for the day. Thanks for watching.